It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause real recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tight like ties. On the industry advice, I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us.
Good afternoon, beautiful. How are you feeling, sir?
Shooting star, all over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know. So nobody could tell me I'm not wet my way and go. Yeah, I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they looking at me like they seen a UFO. Keep it solid. Everything I got on new, it look like I got renovated. I'm cocky when I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood motivation. On top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get them glow, them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get them glow, stop overthinking, these can't with you. Get them glow, standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let her play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on gang. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Yeah, glow. Slapping, rapping, making bail. Yeah, glow. Two-tone Cartier match the nails. Yeah, glow. No competition, these stale. Yeah, glow. Curbing, no curbing, my layers. Yeah, glow. Say they get money, but I can't tell. Yeah, glow. Keep running circles around these snails. Yeah, glow. And my bumping up in the jail on the gang, glow. Yeah, glow. What you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking so this slowing us down. Say less.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. We're just 2 steps away from the Super Bowl, and we're underway in this NFC divisional matchup. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's a give up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Go, Rig. Go. Set.
Back to the well again. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving in the right direction, 5 yards there, but still got a 3rd and 9 coming up.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Back-to-back carries here. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Set. Ready. Check. Bobcat. Check. Bobcat. Rig alert.
Man in motion here.
Ready.
Another carry for him. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Rocco 80. Down. Hut.
Dropping back to throw. He's on the move. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Come on. Set, go.
They'll try and throw it here. Finds him over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Ready.
Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Set it. Herc. Right there, Herc. Hut.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 34. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Check smash. Set. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They're gonna throw it on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here we go, here we go. Set it.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually, they do give him the 10-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Street.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Hurt, hurt. $60 Bison, $60 Bison. Go Chap, go Chap.
They give it to him again. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Ready?
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
That'll do it for 1/4 of this NFC divisional round matchup. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Time for our 2nd quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone.
Ready?
Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Set. Ready? Hey, smash Bronco.
He gets it headed right. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Cowboys get the game's first points here in the 2nd. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Down. Tiger, Panther 11, Panther 11. Cub 19, Cub 19. Set, go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Dragon 60. Hut, hut.
2nd and 10 now. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Ready, break.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
60 Eagle, 6 Warrior 70, Mustang 19, 19 Lion. Ready, ready.
They're throwing it. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Set it. Hark, hark. Ready, ready.
Give now to the running back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play, but they will take that execution every time.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Set. Hey, check that, street, street. Go, Rig, go, go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's contained at the line for no gain. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Lion. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Set it.
Now on 2nd and 10. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
All ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Right there, right there. Here we go, here we go. Street, street. Ready?
They go play action here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it'll be Giants football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready?
They'll come out throwing. That's caught. He found some space. That one hits for 30. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Neighbors with a catch. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60.
Receiver in motion, going left.
Check go.
2nd and 3. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Set. 18, Pioneer.
Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first. Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10.
79 Bronco. Panther 11. Panther 11. Cup 19. Cup 19. Hut, hut.
They'll throw it again. On the move, headed right. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Hawks 70. Hawks. Dragon 60. Warrior 70. Ready, ready?
He'll throw it yet again. Gets this to Johnson. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Ready? Viking 18. Mustang 19. 19 Lion. Go.
From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Down. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go street.
They kick the running back in motion.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 Tiger. 19.
Throwing it again here. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Hustle. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants trailing in the early going.
Got it. Ready?
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Come on. Come on. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a short gain. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here.
70 Lion. Ready?
He'll go quickly to the right. He has the New York touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree you made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Set up.
2nd and 3 now.
Hut.
From the 37. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
70 Timberwolf. Big Lion. Panther Street. Hut.
Play action on 1st down. Buying some time right. Finds him on the crossing route. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here we go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's able to take this up pretty close to that 40-yard line. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
That's just a total team effort right there, Kate. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket. The others, well, they took away the easy throwing lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
Hawk 70, Hawk
No connection
70.
on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Chased out to his right. Great work by the coverage downfield. Buys him enough time to catch him outside the pocket. The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback.
Ready.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
Viking 18. 7 Pirates. 19 tight. 19. 70 Ranger. Go.
Throwing now on 1st down. He put everything he had into this one. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Set! Chap 60, chap 60. Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. Set up.
He's back to throw. It is caught left side. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Kalen Carson with the tackle. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 79 Bronco. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They motion a receiver left.
Ready?
1st and 10, they're gonna throw. Into the hands of Neighbors. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Ready? Cougar 19. Roll, roll, roll.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession.
Ready, set.
Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
60 Bison, 60. Cup 19, Cup 19. Down. Dragon 60. Ready?
To the air now on 1st and 10. Looking slant route, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And the Giants will have a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warrior 70.
To throw here on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Ready? 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Panther 60, Panther 60. Mustang 19, 19 Lion. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Set go.
Trying again following the sack. And this is complete to Neighbors. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Ready, ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat, 70 Lion, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hut, hut.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Connecting on the slant. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Set up. 70 Timberwolf. Ready, ready.
They'll run for this. He has the first down to the 10. Touchdown, New York! The Giants take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there, and that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30.
Ready,
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
set, go.
Throwing it to start this drive. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Bronco 80. Set up.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Hurry, hurry.
And he's caught behind the line for a
19,
loss.
19. Cougar 19. Ready.
Back to throw it. He rolls to his right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks. And the Giants have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60. Let's go now. Hut.
It's a sweep, he pops the pass forward. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Manages just a yard on 1st down, now it's gonna be 2nd and 9.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
Set, go.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's gonna be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On the double.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Tight end going in motion here.
Hut, hut.
First down from the red zone. Has it down close. And in, touchdown, New York. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Ready?
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know why baseball coaches are called managers, Kate? Because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time and talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, or that corner right there, I know this is a head football coach, not a head football manager, but he's going to take that play. He's going to illuminate it to his team.
Trying to connect with Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Giants take possession. They're going to set up shop at the 22-yard line.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense, and this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
Hand off to the back. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's Giants ball, just 1 quarter away from advancing in the postseason.
Okay, break.
Second down now, 7 to go.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Come on. Come on. Set. 70 Ranger. Set. Chap 60. Chap 60. Buffalo 18. 18 Pioneer. Set up.
He's gonna throw this one. Connects with Johnson. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that could create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
Third down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Got it. Ready?
They're set up at the 35 now.
Ready, ready. 70 Lion. Reload, reload.
Now a give left side. Blast through midfield. Reaches the 30. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Giants have likely locked up the win right there. Patterson on for the extra point. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Giants stretch their lead to 21. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set up.
Sending a tight end in motion left.
Ready.
Here's a give up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Cowboy 80. Hut.
Here's a throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
70 Timberwolf. Set go.
Pass play now. Escapes the pocket. Caught for big yards on the right side.
Pace, 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 pace.
And he's
Let's
going to be
go.
taken down a yard shy of the 25.
Bronco 80. Hut, hut.
Back now, pressure on its way. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Hustle, hustle.
A dose of the hurry-up
19.
offense here.
Cougar 19. Ready, ready.
To the air, 3rd and long. Headed out right. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the
Let's go.
10-yard line before going
60
down.
Bison, 60 Bison. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Eagle, 60.
Running this one left. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Let's go. Panther 60,
Moving quickly,
Panther
trying to
60.
get set again.
Go.
On 2nd and 5 now. This throw is caught. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Offense in the hurry-up here.
Set up.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8.
Here we go, here we go. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
He'll throw it. Buys time, rolling right. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Deonte Banks. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants about set to celebrate this win. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolf. Let's go now. Dragon 60. Ready?
Wow, they're gonna pass it here. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short
go.
little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you
80.
any chance.
Set. Warrior 70. Mustang 19. 19 Lion. go!
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Rattler, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hut, hut.
3rd and long for him here. Finds him on the slant. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Ready, ready?
Pass play on 1st and 10. Neighbors with the catch. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And they're on through the playoffs as